Hey YouTube, this is DC Skating here. It's my first ever video, and today is going to be about changing the color of your cluster on a 2002 F-150. I've read all the forums. I've been looking all over on the forums for how to change it. Been looking on YouTube, but there's no such thing on YouTube how to change the colors of the cluster. Well, I found a forum on F-150 forums, and I'm going to try today to get that to work out perfectly. I'm going to try to walk through every single bit of it, and hopefully by the time I get done with this, I'll have it working too. Forums said that first of all you need the cluster located here. I've done removed it out of the dash. If you need a how-to on how to remove it out of the dash, please comment me, let me know, so I can do that too for you also. This is about the third time doing it now because I've tried to do this plenty of times. Also on the forum it says that you need a bottle of alcohol. This I guess is to clean off the green film or blue film that's behind your cluster. Mine has the green film since it's 02 and above. Also they said that we needed cotton swabs. I was also told to get some Scotch tape so that whenever you do clean off the back of the filter, the film, all you have to do is put the tape on, put your color on, so if you want to change the color later on, then you can. Also, I wanted to go and get some markers because I want to go with blue background because the neons in my truck and the CD player in my truck is blue, but also I have red for maybe if I want to do the blinkers, green for whatever, and black for whatever also. Okay, in the back here you have the guard. This is just going to keep the motherboard from being exposed to any elements. You can see that right here, 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 and here are bulbs that you can change for the color, I do believe. Unless it's just the... No, it looks like it's just bulbs for the actual color of the cluster itself. These three up here, these two are the blinkers. This is the high beams. I'm going to leave the high beams alone. Depending on what I want to do, I might change the blinkers out just in case to get a little extra color to it. So first of all, you want to remove the screws around the backing so you can take the plastic piece off. I've just taken all the screws out. You can see them right there. I've used this little handy dandy tool right here. Little star tip on the end. It's just a little screwdriver, just about. And I've removed the backing of the piece, right like this. There's your motherboard right there. This tells you what all is going to go where and all the extra stuff you want to do. These again are lights. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I've removed that bulb right here. This is what it looks like. Now I'm not 100% sure, but this should be the bulb that I've got to use. One of them in the truck worked when I put them in, but the other ones didn't. So I didn't know if maybe it was the color, maybe I put them in wrong. I just stuck them in, plugged them in, and hopefully I thought they would work. So they might work, they might not. I might have to go with blue or white bulbs again that I've got in house. These are 73 or 74 bulbs. I'm not sure. I'll call them 37 bulbs. That's what I had to buy them off eBay as 37. You just plug them in, and they fit right in perfectly. Now remove all 6 of these. Okay, YouTube. As you can see, I've removed all the bulbs that I wanted to take out. Now comes the harder part. Flip your screen around, and I was told that you would take these top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws out. Take these 7 screws out, put them down with the screws that you have right there. The screws are out, and it's time to take the plate off. Now please, please, please do not skip ahead, because this part that's coming up next is very tricky. Because after this part, when I take the faceplate off, right like that, See, it's very delicate. Just be careful with it. Next part comes the needles. I was told to take pictures of this like this first with the truck off and with the truck on at idling, not just cranked up, but after a little while, so the RPMs actually go down to where they're supposed to be. I took several pictures to make sure that I knew exactly what the RPMs was, what the fuel gauge was, the oil, the battery, and the hot and cold. So that when I do put the needles back on, if my RPMs are wrong, when I put them back on, I just stick them back in, I take it back out, put them back in the way I need to, and make sure I go from there. There was complaints that the battery meter doesn't work the same way again, but I'm hoping to God that mine's going to work the same way. So I'm going to clean this out just a little bit at the bottom. It's a little bit dusty, and I'm going to go get something to take these needles off with. While I was cleaning it, I found out that this little shroud right here actually comes off, which is kind of good, so it won't break off or nothing while I'm working. Okay, here is my pink needles. I'm about to start taking these off right now. I've got my knife here. It's a Smith & Wesson SWAT edition, spring assisted. If you want me to do a video on this later, I'll probably do it if you want me to. It's up to you. Please let me know. Okay, I'm going to take this knife and try to do it, but most likely I'll try to use something a little bit softer. They said on the forums use like a plastic fork with the two middle pieces broke off, or use like a plastic spoon or something like that. Just be very careful with these needles. If you break them, you can buy some extra ones online. I don't know how much they are. I've never really looked. Hopefully don't plan on breaking any of these. Or they said that you can always just put them back together with some super glue. It's up to you, but here I go. I'm going to start off by forewarning you that those needles are very hard to get off. I just ended up using my fingers and pulled them off. Be careful that you don't snap the little pieces that are inside, but they're metal, so they have a little bit of strength. But be very careful when you're pulling them off. When you pull off, they look like that. Little bitty metal things that stick up. Now I'm also going to forewarn you that taking this piece off right here is the hardest thing in the world. I'll forewarn you that you're going to have a few little holes, and I'm going to try to patch up myself. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but most of my holes that I got are at the very bottom, little bottom corners, and a few of them behind the where the needles go, but the needles will cover that up, so those should be okay. Now, this right here is what I'm talking about. That's the green tint. So that when you hold it up to a bright light, ta-da, you got your normal green tint. Shows that your thing is blue, your arrows are green, theft is green, but it usually does red, and it's green. Oops, sorry. That's your red for your little needles. Okay. Now, that's back what it looks like when it's normal. Now,